Good morning, YouTube. It's Friday morning here in Vancouver for me. I'm on a day off, so I thought I'd do another video because I'm feeling creative. Still got a bit of a froggy voice, but feeling lots better. Almost back to normal, I think. Excuse me, energy still is nice and high in that. So as you can see in front of me here today, I've got two hearts. One, excuse me, with a base coat of white and one with a base coat of black. I'm just going to do I think I'm going to try a couple things, maybe one on each one. I'm not 100% sure, so we're just going to kind of wing it today, but I'm going to use the same colors on each and layer them the same way just to see the differences. So just going to put a little bit of white, and I'm going to just use all the Artist Loft Ready Mix paints today in the various colors. So just a little bit of the white in each cup to put on the bottom, and then I think I'll do the aqua green next. I do have another bottle if I can't get enough out of this. And I still have to go to the store today. I'm going to be doing later, go grocery shopping and get some gloves because I'm currently out of gloves, but that's okay. And then we're going to next use the bright blue. Put a little bit in there. And then we're going to use the violet. Next, this one's really close to being empty, but again, I've got another one if I need it. I think I might this time. Last time I managed to squeak enough out for the painting I was doing, and hopefully I can that too. And then we're going to use the orange. So those are the colors we're going to use today. I do about 2 layers of each, just fill up these little cups. So in this case now, though, I'm going to add just a little bit of black instead of the white. And this one's getting low too, but that's okay. Again, I've got another one. Okay, and then back to the aqua green. And then to the bright blue. And then, excuse me, the violet. Okay, definitely emptying that bottle. And then a little bit of the orange. And I think that should do. These little cups I think are 4-ounce cups. I'd have to look on the little bag to be sure. But so I haven't filled them up quite. Well, this one's actually a little more full, but that's okay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, because I haven't tried it yet, and these I think would be fun to do it on here, is I'm going to do a ring pour. So basically I'm going to do a ring pour on each, and then use a stick or something like that to kind of draw some lines through it, and then tilt it, and we'll see what we get. So I'm going to start with this one, I think. I'm just going to pour the ring pour. Probably have way too much paint here for these little heart boards. I'm not sure how big they are, maybe 6 to 8 inches in diameter at the widest part. Oh, I like this end color with the aqua green and the white coming out. Okay, so there's that one. I'll let that settle, and we'll pour the other one at the same time. Like I said, might be a little bit too much paint for both of these size hearts, but that's okay. Okay, put my little cups aside. So I'm just going to let those sit for a sec. I think this heart is actually warped sort of higher in the middle because my paint was running slightly to the outside and starting to leave it a little bit thin there, my base coat. But I was going to put some silicone in the paints and decided not to. So I'm just going to leave that aside for now. I'm just going to give this one a torch just to get rid of any air bubbles. Don't expect to see any cells come up with these. And I'll do the same to this one, just give it a little torch to get rid of any air bubbles. I can see them there. Okay. Now we're just going to take that little stick and just kind of run some lines through the ring. And I'll do one more, I think, over here. Okay, so now I'm going to take to pouring this and see what happens. Not going to take much to spread this because they're small, these hearts, and there's a lot of paint on them, like I said. But we'll get it over to all the edges and just see how it turns out. Sorry if you can't see that directly. I don't want to tilt over the white one, obviously, because I don't want any to drip on the white. So I'll bring it up this way a little bit so you can see what's happening. I'll bring it back up to the middle a little bit. So I really like that orange and, or sorry, the teal, the aqua green and the blue and the white in the middle, so I don't want to lose too much of that. I want to keep that mostly in the middle. So now we'll just go over and cover this other edge. There we go. I'm just going to let it spread a little bit more. Now that I'm tilting it a bit more, I'm starting to see the purple come out a bit more also in there. So I'm just going to keep spreading it around a little bit more and more just because I do have lots of paint there. So bring it this way so you can see a bit more. Then we'll go back down this way. Again, I apologize if you can't see all of it. I'm trying to keep it away from the white. Oh, I just dripped on the white there. Not that it's going to make a big difference, but okay, let's see if we can bring this back to center again. We'll get that white over in the middle there. I do apologize. Even though I'm feeling better, my throat seems particularly foggy right now. Figures just when I want to talk. Alright, just going to bring this down a little bit more. See if we can get the blue to spread out more. Hang on a second, let me just put this down here for a second so I can switch my angle and then I can show it to you guys more. Okay, so then you can see there. I really like that blue in the middle. I just want to bring it this way a little bit more. Okay, there. And then I'm just going to tilt it back again just to get that blue back up to the approximately the center now because I really like it in the center, and I've dripped several times on my white, but since there's black in the pour on the white background, I don't think it's going to make much difference. Just trying to keep it in frame for you guys to see. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it right there. I really like it like that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you would. I really appreciate that support from everyone. Just going to use the paint on my fingers there to make sure the edges are all covered. And you can kind of really do this at any point, but since my fingers are currently covered in paint, I might as well do it now. Sorry if my head's getting in the way there. I'm just trying to see this edge over here. There you go. I actually really like that. That's really pretty. Let me just wipe my hands off before I go to do the other one. Yeah, but see how this has been spreading on its own? I'm sure this particular heart is warped, but again, that's all right. It gives it character. Not a big deal. As long as it dries and stops moving at some point without ruining what I've attempted to do, I'll be happy with that. So just give me 1 second. I'm just going to scrape the edges here. I think I've mentioned in one of my previous videos that scraping the edges kind of a few times once you're happy with your tilting will usually help stop it from running off too much for you, so that whatever design you were happy with doesn't get distorted too much as it continues to dry. Okay, so let's just start tilting this one. Oh no, I haven't done the rec thing yet. All right. Let's just take some lines through it, although I'm thinking I might not want to do that, but I'm going to. So I'm going to take some lines through there, try not to do the same way I did the last one on the black heart. And we'll do one more this way. Okay. That should hopefully bring out some interesting results, and then just let's start tilting it. Get it to go over that, excuse me, front top corner of the heart there first, since it was already partway there. So it looks like the blue is coming out, the blue, white, and aqua green are coming out most prominently in both of these tilts, these pores, which is fine. It's pretty, very pretty to look at. I'm just going to tilt the other direction now. I'll tilt around, I'll turn around again so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to head over. I'm actually going to bring it back to center because again, I like all this light color. I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to bring it back and start in this direction now, so you guys can see what I'm doing. If I look at this heart right now, if I look kind of down the back side of it, I can see that it's definitely warped. So it's higher in the middle than it is on the sides, which is actually making the paint move a bit slower than you might think it would. But that's okay. We've got lots of time. Today is the 28th of February, so one more day since it's a leap year in February, and then we're into March already. I don't know about anybody else, but I thought February went pretty fast this year. So hopefully that means we're a few more days closer to spring. Okay, now we're going to have it tilt down so we can get the bottom point of the heart. And I don't mind if there's negative space. It's harder, of course, to tell with the black, but here we've got a bit of white up here at the top where my thumb is wiggling, and over here so far, and I might just leave it like that. But right now I just want to get down closer to that corner first and get that all covered, or at least mostly covered. So hopefully y'all can see that. Paint is moving much slower than I expected it to. Maybe actually just needed a little bit more paint on it, but that's okay. We're doing well. I'm going to use my finger here to help it move a little bit more. Okay, just want to get it over here a bit more on this bottom edge where my thumb is wiggling there, just to cover it a little bit more evenly. Whoops, I just dripped on my black one. Oopsie. Alright, I gotta keep it over here. That's okay, it adds a little bit of design to the black one. I'm gonna leave what fell on there. I'll show it to you in a sec when I'm moving for close-ups. Just want the paint to flow through here, so I'm just tapping it with my finger a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go back up to the other end. Let me just wipe some of this excess paint off my fingers. Not perfect, but that's okay. I'll wash my hands when I'm done. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it so we're going back up towards this big white spot down here where my thumb again is wiggling. Paint's moving much slower now. Means probably most of the excess is off. That's okay. Just want to get that section there again moved a little bit more central. And like I said, because this heart is warped, it's going to be a little bit harder to get the paint to move over the hump, which is right in the center. But it is moving slowly in that direction, so we'll be all right. And it doesn't have to be exactly in the center to be a beautiful pour. So Apologize if you can't quite see all of that, but I'll bring you in for close-ups once I'm done here. But I think I'm going to leave that there. But what I am going to do is just see if I can pull this paint over the edge a little bit more so there's not quite as much white showing. Put that up on there. Okay, I think we're done with both of these. Just gonna make sure all the edge on this is covered. Okay, good. Just gonna quickly rinse my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, those look pretty cool. I think I like this one a little bit better just because I like the jaggy lines in it, but they're both pretty awesome. So again, I'm just going to bring you down for a close-up in just a second. Just want to do a little more, one more scrape, get any excess so I don't lose what I love. Not a lot dripping off these though, because I think I used pretty much the right amount of paint. Not even, there's a little bit of runoff, of course there is, but not a huge amount, which is good. I don't like to waste paint if I can help it. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty happy with those. I'm just going to give them a quick little torch though, just in case there's any air bubbles still residing there. So they're not going to get any cells out of this, and that's okay. I don't need to have cells or want to have cells in everything. There's a little more air bubbles in this one. Quick torch. There we go. All right, I'm just going to bring this down for a close-up. So bear with me here as I grab my camera. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the black one. So there is the black one. Sorry about being uneven. So that's pretty amazing. I do apologize for the glare spot. But that's, I don't know, I just really like that. It's so pretty. So bring in, but if I move up here to the left corner, that's where let me catch that for you. Just got to get right, I'm sorry, just trying to catch it for you. You can see where I dripped some of the white on there. That's okay. It looks kind of pretty, adds a little character, like I always like to say. So yeah, and then there's that middle part that I like so much, so pretty. Sorry, I'm just awkwardly at an angle here with the camera. I do apologize. But yeah, so there's the black one. Pretty awesome. And then we'll move over to the white background. When I say white and black, I'm talking about the base coat that I put down. So there is the white one. Very, very awesome. Like I said, I think I like it a bit better because I like all the squiggly parts that are in here. Sorry, I'm just having trouble lining up my camera today. I do apologize. But there is the white background one. Very, very pretty. Moving a little bit there so you can see the part I like so much, the squiggles. And then I'll see if I can get out enough that you can see them both side by side. So they could definitely be in matching pair. If someone wanted a pair of them, they can do, or they can absolutely be sold and hung separately. But I really, really like those. So I also wanted to show you, so I'm just going to put my camera back where it belongs. Give me a second here. Just wanted to show you a couple things I'm going to do in an upcoming project. Bear with me here. Sorry about that. So I'm trying to get my camera thing to grip tighter where it usually does. There we go. So I wanted to show you a couple things I'm going to do in an upcoming project. I found a couple jars I have around the house. I've got two of these little jars that have the little designs, fruits and vegetable designs on them. I'm not sure you can see that in this lighting. Again, sorry for the glare. So I've got two of those. So I'm going to pour over those, and I'll pour again on canvas so I don't waste anything. And then I've got a few of these, but I've got a couple of these. These are just little jars. They have a cork lid, so they're not effective for liquids and stuff very long term, but they're kind of fun little milk bottle shaped jars. So I'm going to pour over those. Maybe on the same canvas as the little mason jars, maybe on different canvases to see what I can get. And then I also wanted to show you, if you remember the little frame that I had used some pour over on from the previous painting video I did. So what I did last night is I sort of antiqued it a little bit with a little bit of silver and black, and I really like it. I'm going to get a mirror, I think, to put in here, and then I'll show it off again, because I think that'll show the paint coloring and stuff a little better than what you can see here. I'll turn it a bit sideways so you can see all of it. But yeah, so I kind of antiqued it a bit with a little, just lightly rubbed on a bit of silver and black to kind of give it a little bit more of an antique look. So I'm really liking that, how that turned out. And yeah, I'm going to do, like I said, with those jars for my next pour. I think what I'm looking at doing possibly is either, with the pour off the jars, is either, oh, I forget. And I'm sure I'll figure it out, because I might change my mind 3 or 4 times before I actually do that. So I want to thank you for watching, and like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button down below the video there, and also the little bell, so you'll be notified when I do my next video. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm trying to do videos about once a week or twice a week. Once a week for sure, twice a week, maybe a bit more often if I can. Depends on my schedule and things, like when I was sick for a whole week. But yeah, I hope you enjoy my channel, and I hope we'll see you again. Thanks, and have a great day.